Are you confused by the differences between take up, take in, take out, take off, take away, take over, and take back? These are examples of phrasal verbs, and they all have different meanings. Phrasal verbs are extremely common in spoken English, and they can be difficult even if you've studied the language for a long time. Many students learn English from textbooks, but then when they visit an English-speaking country, they get confused and they don't understand because the textbook didn't focus on the phrasal verbs that are so common in everyday English. If you want to be fluent in English, you need to know phrasal verbs and how they are used in everyday situations and conversations. I'm going to explain 3 reasons why learning phrasal verbs is difficult and then show you how you can learn them naturally and easily. The first reason that phrasal verbs are difficult is that the meaning is not always obvious from the words themselves. For example, the phrasal verb slip up means to make a mistake. Pull off means to succeed despite difficulties. And to give in means to finally agree to do something that a person is asking you to do, although you initially resisted. But none of this is obvious from the words themselves. The second reason phrasal verbs are difficult to learn is that many of them are very similar and easy to confuse. For example, the common verbs in English have many phrasal verbs, like get off, get up, get over, get around, get along, get through, get out, get by, get on with, get ahead, get down to, and more. If you try to learn these by memorizing lists, it becomes very difficult to keep them all straight in your head. And the third reason phrasal verbs are difficult is a number of phrasal verbs have multiple meanings and uses. For example, the phrasal verb take off can mean to remove, as in take off your jacket. Take off also refers to when a plane leaves the ground. For example, the plane took off at 4:30. Take off is an informal way to say increase fast, as in sales have taken off this year. And it's also an informal way to say leave. For example, I'm going to take off. See you guys later. So what's the best way to learn phrasal verbs so that you'll understand and remember them? I believe the best way to learn phrasal verbs is in context. That's how native speakers learn. For example, if, when I was a child, every morning my mom said to me, "Shayna, time to get up," then I know naturally that get up means leave the bed, and I will use this phrasal verb like this when I speak. But that experience can be hard to replicate if you don't live in an English-speaking country, and that's why I created the Phrasal Verbs in Conversation course. This course will teach you more than 500 phrasal verbs naturally through dialogues and conversations. And each lesson also has practice exercises to help you put the phrasal verbs into your own English. Here's how the lessons work. First, you'll read and listen to a short dialogue in which the speakers use a number of phrasal verbs. Then, watch the video explanation where I'll teach you what each phrasal verb means. Finally, you can do the practice exercises. Each lesson contains a quiz to help you test your knowledge, and short answer writing exercises where you can use the phrasal verb right away in your own English. This is essential for helping them stay in your memory. Does this method work? Marissa from Spain took the phrasal verbs course, and she writes, "I definitely lost my fear of making mistakes with phrasal verbs because the dialogues of every lesson are incredibly interesting and clear. I highly recommend this course to all students." When you register, you get instant access to 30 lessons with text, audio, and video content. You can study online or download the lessons, and there's no time limit for finishing. If you want to start learning phrasal verbs in the context of English conversations, click the buttons under this video to take a free sample lesson or register and start the course today. I hope to see you in the course. I think you'll really enjoy it.